I was at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas about a week or two after they opened up their new poker room there. It's a fantastic poker room. They have all the latest technology for knowing when seats are open, and so you can see where you are on the waiting list. It's a great poker room. Anyway, I'm sitting at a 2-5 no-limit game, and most people have about $500 in front of them, and some guy sits down and buys in for $100, which was the minimum they would let you buy in for at the 2-5 game. They since may have raised it to $200, I think, but at this time you could buy in for $100. So the guy sits down. The very first hand, there's a raise to about $35, which he calls, and then 3 rags came on the flop, 9-4-3 or something, and the original raiser bet, another $70 or $80, and he called for the rest of his money, and he showed pocket jacks, and the original raiser had pocket queens, and he lost all his money on the first hand. So the dealer says to him, do you want to buy back in? And he says, sorry, that's all the money I came here with, and he gets up and leaves. Well, I think that has to be the worst example of money management I've ever heard. So what is the bare minimum you need to know about money management? Well, let's look at some myths. The first one is, listen to what Grandma told you. Don't ever take any risks. As you probably know, it's just not possible to not take any risks when you're playing no-limit hold'em. The important thing is to take calculated risks and never risk too much of your bankroll at one time. The second myth is that big-name poker players are great money managers. Now, this is true of some of them, but I can tell you for a fact that there's a lot of big-name players you've seen on TV on the World Series of Poker that are not great money managers. And as soon as they make a big win, they take it over to the blackjack table and lose it all. Or they make ill-advised bets on golf or other sporting events, and they lose a lot of money. So don't always emulate your favorite pros when it comes to money management. The third myth is ride out a losing streak. Don't ever drop down to lower stakes. I believe that dropping down to lower stakes is an integral part of any money management strategy. So what is my money management method? I call this advanced money management, not because it's particularly hard to learn, just because if you learn these techniques, you will know more than most poker players will ever know about money management, because it is a subject that is largely ignored by poker players everywhere. So the first thing to know is you should optimally be risking about 10% of your bankroll at any given time. This means if you have a bankroll of $1,000, you probably want to be playing at a table where the stakes are, you can buy in for $100. If you have about $5,000 in the bank, you probably want to be playing at, let's say, a 2-5 table where you could buy in for $500. Depending on whether you're winning or losing, if you're losing, you want to drop down to a lower stakes when you lose half of your bankroll. So if you had $5,000 to begin with, if you happen to go all the way down to $2,500, you're going to want to drop to a lower stakes table. This minimizes your risk of going bankrupt. Now hopefully you'll be going the other direction though, which is when you double your bankroll, you go from $5,000 to $10,000, then you want to move up to a higher stakes game so you can continue to win and play against better opponents and learn and get better. Now all of these all come together in what Josh Aria calls tunnel vision, and none of these techniques will work unless you also have tunnel vision at the casino. Tunnel vision means you walk in that casino, walk straight to the poker table, don't look to your left, don't look to your right, and when you're finished playing, walk straight out again, because there are too many vices in there. You know that crap table is going to be calling your name. You know there's blackjack, the slot machines, and those are an easy way to lose all your money. And I can tell you there's nothing more disappointing than having a nice winning session and then going and blowing it all in a slot machine. So have tunnel vision in the casino. Promise yourself that when you walk in there, you're there to play poker and nothing else. Okay, that's about all you need to know about money management. Be sure to check out our other videos on testyourpoker.com and get your free Poker IQ score.